outside, a big ass log with my dog, taking her out for a walk. And I am trying to avoid crying and feeling sorry for myself and all that nonsense. So I'm here, and that's my view. But I guess I'm video journaling now. I've never done this before, but this is going to be very helpful in my codependent recovery. So a year now, when I'm looking back, I can watch this video and say, damn kid, you did it. That is my goal, and my pen is upside down. So what I'm working on is try not to cry during the day. People think I'm only crying because I broke up with my girlfriend, and that's not actually the only reason. There's a few to well, there's a few, but I guess that one is the most recent, so everyone always assumes, oh, it's Fox is crying again because, well, she broke up with her girlfriend, and again, like always in these bad relationships, wasn't like, I don't know, I'm gonna get hit with a golf ball. It wasn't like, how do I put this? It was hard because I kept giving, and I poured all my love onto her. I drowned her, basically, and I did the best thing I could do, which was cut her off completely. I do things like this because I run. When I'm scared, when I am terrified, I run, and I don't stick and watch things out. But this one I did. I played it, not played, like I let life play it out. And I usually just, I'm gone. Like, all strings gone. But this time I stayed for longer than I normally stay before, like, cutting the cord. Because I get scared of, not because it's something real, but because this person's gonna leave me because I'm not good enough, because I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough, I don't wear makeup, I don't do any of that girly stuff. I dress like a teenage boy with necklaces and jewelry. I'm always afraid I'm not good enough. In this case, I don't think I was. I wasn't good enough for her to see me. And it sucks. I'm not gonna cry though. I'm only allowed to cry tonight. That was the rules of Jules. Keep your mind busy during the day, and at night cry yourself to sleep. Julia is my wolf. She is my best friend, and I'm gonna take her advice because today I was supposed to meet one of my friends and go out to dinner, and she was gonna buy 2 of my paintings, but I was so stuck on my couch and I could not stop crying from loss. Loss of not knowing who I am anymore. Not because I broke up with my girlfriend, but because I figured out things about myself I didn't know. And their tears were for her because I feel like she's dead. I know that sounds really bizarre, but I feel like something died in me again. And I wasn't ready for that. I already experienced this feeling earlier this month where I talked about it in therapy. Like, I kept telling my counselor I feel like something in me died. And she was a little bit confused, and then we figured it out. I was going through grief. I didn't go through the stage of grief yet, for something, and then this happened, and now it feels like that all over again, but intensified because it's current, it's now, it's I left the girl that I loved, and I still love, because I don't feel like I'm good enough, and I don't think it was going to go anywhere because we were both two broken people. It's scary because I knew what I wanted, and that's rare. I never really know what I want. I'm very indecisive, but with her, I knew it. I knew she was special. I knew she was like my own personal phoenix. I was watching her rise up and be just day by day, not like, I don't know, it was a day by day conquering that I saw in her, and her trying, and that's what I loved. That's what I loved, was seeing her try. And but the thing is, she was trying for herself, which was great, but she didn't try for me, and that was so selfish of me to ask her to love me. I know she said she did, but most of the time I didn't feel it. I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel like I was good enough, and those were my own thoughts, and that is what destroyed this. This is what destroyed what we had. And I think that she will find happiness, but she first has to look inside of herself and find it with herself first. And I actually was pretty happy when I was by myself, but as soon as I got into a relationship, as soon as I found her, I wanted her to notice me. I wanted her to, I don't know, it was just like a puppy dog. I had the puppy dog syndrome of, look at me, play with me, talk to me. And I didn't get needy till this past 2 weeks, when I felt like, fuck, I hate saying it, but I felt like, the words even sound wrong, because I'm out of that state of mind where I no longer want to just not live anymore. I'm a little embarrassed to even admit this, but I just needed her to be with me, and she couldn't, because one, I don't share things like that, and two, I didn't think she could be there for me, even if I asked her to, because she had too much on her plate. And it was hard. It was really, really hard. She didn't know how much I cried. She didn't know how much I needed her, because I was going through something that just real life crazy shit. And I needed her. I don't use the word need, but I've only told 2 people in my life that I needed them, and that is my best friend Julia, and that was my ex. I hate saying that. I'm just gonna call her by her name, Kirsten, and that was her. It's still new knowing that this weekend she's not gonna come here. This weekend there's no Walking Dead marathon, there's no sleeping marathon, there's no me making her food to eat or going to the grocery store to buy her fruit, because that's what she loves. And it's funny because I notice all these things, and I'm a very detailed person, and I told her that, and I pay attention. But I don't think she really knows things about me. I think if we were to play that dating game, know your spouse, know your significant other, she probably wouldn't get most of mine right. But that is okay, because I expected too much from her. I expected her to love me the way I loved her. And the way I love is intensely, and it's pure, and I don't expect things in return. What I expect is just respect me and love me back. Give me affection, love me back. She wasn't ready for that at all. I was. I was looking into moving, and even puppy hunting. And on the collar would say, "Will you move in with me?" Or somehow that was like the idea. But that's all gone now. That's what sucks. It's like it doesn't exist anymore. It's like it was a dream. None of it happened. Like, where did the past 3 months go? Like, where did they go? Where they were with her, but now I feel like everything's foggy. Like I'm not this sounds weird, but it's not that I'm not remembering her. It's like my mind is playing a trick on me, saying this is way too much for you, and we're just gonna put a blanket over these thoughts. I feel like cat pug. Put a blanket over it. If you do not know of Catbug, do yourself a favor and YouTube him, because he's the most freaking cutest thing ever. Olivia is having a ball. I am going to be doing my very, very best to bring her out and bring myself out, because I love being around trees. I would say I'm one of those dorky tree huggers, because I do literally hug trees. There's a tree that I named Janice, and she is all the way down there. And there's another one that I named Mother Willow, because she looks like the mother of all willow trees. Like, she's amazing. I love laying under her, and it just feels safe. I don't even know how to explain it, but I love being outside. I love taking my shoes off and walking in the grass and praying. That's how I'm gonna get through this, is by faith. And other people were like, why why are you so spiritual? Why not just say fuck it all? I am saying fuck it all, but I'm still keeping my spiritual self, which I sort of lost when I was dating her, because I didn't want to freak her out with all my praying and meditating and reading my Bible, and so I stopped and listening to my church, like maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I would listen to Pastor Miles from San Diego or Joyce Myers, and that would always just, like, I don't know, it felt like I was pumped up and ready for whatever. Like, I got this, yeah! And then I stopped, and then I slowly started, like, just deteriorating inside myself. It wasn't her fault. It was my insecurities of not wanting to show that to her, because she wasn't spiritual or religious, and I super am. Not religious. That's just super, like, Jesus is my bro. The sun is totally gone.